Good evening. It's Monday, the 14th of December, 2020. Diane Hands bringing you book for the day. Human Crossings, 9 stories about refugees. And I've been reading to you the story that I wrote for this book, Rubina's story, from riches to rags to riches. And yesterday we left a story whereby they just returned back to the camp, and Father goes to get some water to make tea, and he produces a packet of biscuits and says, "I'm sorry, it's all I could scrounge." We all go to sleep, and when we wake in the morning, the sun is shining brilliantly. Another cup of tea, and we all go off, unwashed, to collect our truck and trailer. Frank and Martine are really glad to see us. They heard terrible stories about the events of yesterday. Father tells them of our plans, and Frank says it's probably a good idea. The authorities have wanted to close Idemeni for some time now. This will give them the excuse they want. Frank and Martine agree to look after Mother and Sammy's grave until we can come back and make other arrangements. Father is really grateful for all their help and doesn't know what to say. That's a first. Back in the camp, we pack our trailer really quickly. We want to be away from here. We visit Frank and Martine again and say goodbye with hugs all round. Driving down the road, Father spots a flower stall. He buys a large bunch of the flowers Mother liked, and we go to their grave. We stand with our arms around each other, tears streaming down our faces. "We need to leave," Father says. "Dry your eyes and we will be off." It takes us 7 days to reach Calais. We go to visit the jungle first, where Father inquires after Mr. Ben Joseph. No news of him, so no passports. We look around the camp where we are going to stay. Father talks to lots of people to gather information on how to get to England. At the jungle, we learn that we have to take calculated chances to get to England. One of the things we hadn't considered was seasickness, but Father soon solves that difficulty by buying tablets to take as soon as we've secured a ride. Father talks to some officials and shows them our papers. They are not good enough, so we can't just take the truck and trailer onto the ferry and go that way. Father seems to go round and round in circles, trying to work out how we can travel. We walk towards the docks and watch the vehicles drive onto the ferry. For the first time, our family has to sleep apart. Father is on his own, sleeping on a big polythene tunnel with other men. I sleep with Rosarita and Saeed in a similar tunnel in a part of the camp called Jules Ferry. This is where all the females and children are kept safe. We continue like this, attempting to get lifts on lorries during the day and sleeping in these tunnels for more than 2 weeks. One night, I am just falling asleep when I sense someone is looking at me. It takes me a few minutes to realise it is Amina. I'm so pleased to see her. We just hug each other silently. She's sleeping just a few spaces away from me, and it is comforting to know that she has made it this far too. Next morning, we go to see Father for breakfast. He is so pleased to see Amina. Father tells her, "We've had no luck in getting on a lorry, but not to worry. I feel we'll have a ride tonight, and you can come with us, Amina. I will pay for you." About sunset, we meet the driver of a lorry carrying vegetables, who agrees to take us. He knows it is a risk for him, but he's prepared to take it, as his family needs the money. Father hands him some money and says he will receive more if we are undetected on the crossing to Dover. Father then asks the driver to exchange some euros for British pounds so that we have some usable money in England. We all climb in the back of the lorry and the driver shows us where to hide ourselves. We take our sickness pills and make ourselves as comfortable as possible. The driver says, "Do not leave your hiding places until I come and get you." He's very firm about this and repeats the instructions several times. I have never taken refugees on my lorry before. This is a big risk for me, but my family needs the money. So we find out tomorrow what happens.